I was mad at you?
Yes, of course I want to talk
Can
about
we talk about that? When I was mad at you.
What?
How mad?
Oh my God, he's
I would not. I wanted to end her. I wanted to end her fucking career.
Oh wait, was it the Chelsea thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I know this story.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah. So I want to say this. All right. I literally had to think about think about it before I even brought it up.
Yeah.
So it's been far in the past that I don't even think about it. Right. And number two, I love you a lot.
Yeah, okay? I love you too.
I fucking hated you. All right. And I wanted you dead. And so we do I would like to hear your side of the story.
Okay. So I'm oblivious, by the way, of him being mad at me. So we go into. I mean, now I know, obviously, because he screamed at me publicly in front of so many people.
Did I really?
Was so
Did
shocked.
I really?
Yes, in the hall of the comedy store. I was so surprised. I did not think you were mad at me. Okay, so doing Chelsea lately was the most stressful fucking bullshit. I mean, I've never been more nervous to do anything in my life because it was just very tense. Like, I get that. I've never met Chelsea before. I think I'd done it like 2 or 3 times by the time I did it with you.
Yeah.
But when I first did it, I didn't know Chelsea. I was flying in from New York to do it. They were like, don't look at her. Like, don't look her in the eye, but look near her. And don't and they're like, make sure you jump in, but don't interrupt Chelsea. And like all these things, like they had all these rules and it was very stressful. And I had not been on TV before.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
I want to just add on.
Yes.
May I?
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
The reason why it's stressful, okay, is that you shoot at 2:00 and you have to go to Universal City, right?
Right.
And sometimes at noon, they don't have the topics yet.
Oh, it's so stressful.
Right. And then all of a sudden you get these topics, right? 5 things that have happened, right? And you have to quickly come up with 5 angles or jokes
on each topic.
Right?
Can I get a shout out?
Yeah.
Because the last 2 years you did Chelsea, he would not wake up until like 45 minutes before, and he would have Nick Youssef and I wake up really early.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the fucking topic.
Yeah.
So we could write his jokes for him.
Yeah, right. So, all right.
Oh my God, the power dynamic.
But in a show like that, right? Like if you do David Spade's show, for instance, what's it called?
Lights Out.
Lights Out, right?
Yeah.
You can say a joke and then you can turn to whoever and go, can I say that over again?
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, take it as many times as you want, right? And they can just fill in the laughter, right? But with Chelsea, you have to say it perfectly or she'll rip you apart.
And she'll not ask you back. Like she'll be like,
or she won't ask you back, or there's all these other things that are at play. So now you're there, right, in front of a gigantic studio audience. It's
so many people.
So many people. It's hundreds of people.
And by the way, always like a couple of my bank tellers and stuff, I always brought random people. If anyone recognized me from Chelsea, I'm like, do you want to come? Yeah. You want a picture? They're like, we're good.
Yeah. And so you're there, and then here's another thing, is when you come up with your bits, sometimes this happens, right? You get a writer, and you have to pitch them the bits. And meanwhile, in 10 minutes, you're on air.
And they're doing you're not even a girl. The girl, I'm in full makeup. They're like, close your eyes. I'm like, I can't. They're like putting eyelashes. I'm like, I haven't written topics yet. They're like, are you ready? They're like, we're micing you. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not putting the mic on.
Right. So you're about to go out, and then somebody will come in the room and go, yeah, so and so's already doing that joke. But then you're being pulled onto the set. You go, what do I do then? What the fuck do I?
And then you're like, I would have it folded up. I would have my notes folded up.
Yeah.
Trying to like memorize. I'm like, oh my god. And you
Yeah.
can't, like, I'm looking down.
Yeah.
They're like, don't look down. I'm like, but I have my notes are there.
Yeah. In fact, one time Chelsea wasn't there. Wanda Sykes was there. T.G. Miller and I are on the panel, right? And we remember going, like, she's there. They're about to go. And me and TJ know Wanda Sykes. We turn to her and we go, what's up, Wanda? And she goes like this. And that gesture fucked me up.
Wait, why?
I go, I don't know what I'm doing now.
Why did she do that to you?
I don't know why.
Was she mimicking Chelsea?
I think maybe that's what she thought that the role was.
Chelsea would be so different with me every time I did it too. Like one time she would like because I didn't know her at all. It was so nice for her to put me on. I cannot believe she put me on the show.
Yeah.
And so I would like, we're walking down the hallway and she's like, hey girlie. And she would like tickle my stomach and be like, mama, like, oh my God. I can't believe this. Like just little old me. I was like an open micer. Like, thank you. And then other times she'd walk down the hallway and she'd be like, I'm like,
yeah.
was I invited here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have to also say though that without it, in that chunk of my life, right, I wouldn't have had the numbers on the road.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. It changed my life, and we're grateful. We're just complaining about the stress.
It was just so stressful. The timing of it, because Chelsea at that point, I mean, I don't know how early you did it on. She was so kind of over. She didn't want to do more takes, which actually made the show hilarious.
Yeah.
Because she'd just be fumbling through the thing, like, whatever. And they just put the thing up. She called me Amy Lieberman like 5 times.
yeah.
I think she might even call me Amy Schumer. I was like,
Or let's cut to now the day we do it.
okay, so there's all this stress and the okay, so I don't remember the topics or the jokes or anything, but I remember it didn't go well. Okay, I remember when we got off.
You can say that again. You can say.
Well, I figured out what it was when I watched it. I realized what I didn't realize about the way you were delivering the jokes, because I was always waiting for. You have to jump in. If you don't jump in, with you were famous. Okay, this was like all I had. So it was like, so
That's all I had too.
No, I agree with that. I'm not saying,
okay.
No. I just am trying to explain, like, I didn't have any, like,
I get what you're saying. Your perception,
on camera and
it's
stuff.
Perception of me. Your perception of me, you know what I mean, is different than the perception I have of myself.
Yeah.
And maybe you're in your head. You're like, well, this guy was on a show before, right?
No, I didn't realize that you were okay. So when you delivered your jokes, you would tell the joke, possibly do an act out, and then you would look at the camera and you would hold a look. And that was like the laughs would it would kill, right? I didn't realize the look holding. So what I was doing was I was so obsessed with my own getting the jokes out. I would hear a pause when it was you were like continuing to deliver the joke, and I would think the joke was done. So then I would jump in to get the joke, but I was cutting your joke off.
Okay, can I say this?
Yeah.
Okay, that's correct,
Yeah.
right? But what I saw,
Was a fucking
no. What I saw was this. Okay, I would wait because I know that you were jumping the gun.
Yeah.
So I waited for you to do your joke first.
Yeah.
Right. You would do your joke first, right? And in my head, I'm like, okay, I got the two guys out of the way.
Right.
Right. Now it's my turn to do my joke.
Right.
You get one shot. Right. So halfway, the first time, right? I wasn't even able to tell my joke. Because
What
you
was the
said
joke?
you did your joke. I forgot who the other guest was.
Yeah, who was
And
it?
then it was my turn to talk, and you did a second joke.
I wish I had a joke to interrupt you with.
I know, but you had a
now,
second
but-
joke, and then after your joke, Chelsea goes, "Okay, now we're going, commercial break." Right. So then now I know. Now I know we have to go to the next topic, and so in that fucking chunk, I said nothing. Right. And so I turned to I turned to Michael Cox, and he comes up to me and goes, I know, I saw. Oh. And I go, what the fuck, bro?
Oh no.
That was my strongest one. That was my strongest one. Right? And he's like, I know, but you can't. You just deliver. Get out. You get out in the
my
first.
God, Bobby,
you know what I mean? In
so
the
much
first.
better than I thought.
In the second half, just get your first joke out. Right? I know, but everyone thinks I'm a fucking retard because I didn't even say anything. Right? So now.
You have an external locus of control.
Now we're back to right.
Sorry.
So I go, okay, this bit is, I'm going to pause and do the punchline, right? Because the first one is obviously just a setup, right? So I do the setup, right? I do the pause. She goes right in. She goes right in, and I go, what? Right? No laugh from me.
Your
Because I didn't see the punchline, right? She goes right in,
We're
right?
getting
Then
them now, at least.
and then the other comic does it, right? And then all of a sudden, commercial break. Michael comes up to me. Michael's sweating now, Cox, because he knows that like my eyeballs.
Why didn't he tell me?
What? Because we don't know. Because everything's moving so fast, right? Everything's moving so fast, right? And now I'm whispering things like, I'm gonna kill her.
That's so. And I have no clue.
She has no idea. She has absolutely.
What's the next topic? I'm like, I hope I remember my jokes.
So then the third one, right, was the worst one, and this is not your fault.
I mean,
The third one's not your fault, right? So mind you, right, I'm on this whole show. I haven't said anything funny yet. And I've been on camera for about 20 minutes. Yeah.
Just premise.
I'm just a guy that's just sitting there, right?
oh my God, the sinking feeling when the commercial break comes is really, it's like unmatched in life.
Yeah.
Like when you haven't gotten your joke out. Wow.
I'm literally also having thoughts like, maybe I could just, work at the store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not just a doorman, but like, maybe promotions, right? Like I'm thinking
Your whole
like,
life is just,
my whole life is flashing before my eyes, right? And the third one, I'm about to tell a joke, and they do a thing where Chelsea just interrupts me and she goes, Fortune Feimster. She's not even on the panel, right? I think Fortune Feimster comes out in like a lingerie or something and does a dance. It was a bit that like no one was told about,
So you
right?
didn't even know.
So the whole show, I fucking ate it. And then I remember thinking to myself, I hate that girl, Annie. She's my number one enemy.
Wow.
You know, I have a lot of enemies on the wall, right?
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
she's my number one. And then what did I say to you at the
Oh,
store?
and then like we get like, okay, so we get off stage and like, I know it didn't go great, but I'm like, whatever. You know, I'm just sort of like, I don't like, at this point, I'm not feeling fully responsible. I'm like, we all kind of didn't have a good show, but I also didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
And then Cox was like, wow, that was a rough one. I was like, it was like, you know, and then I was like, oh, like the lights got darker. And I was like, oh my God, we bomb. My parents are going to watch. This is terrible. And then, so when I see Bobby at the store later at night and I go, oh, that sucks. Like we didn't do good. And he was like, yeah, fucking did it. Like, I don't know that, but it was like, and I was just kind of like, had no clue. Like, I just had no clue. I mean,
Right.
I just like am wild. I don't, there's no,
Because it was pent up. It was like, I had it just in my chest.
and everyone was like, I was like, Bobby, I'm so sorry. I would never. And you're like, you're supposed to make everyone look good. And I was like, I would never. And you're like, you are trying to make me look bad. And I was like, I would never try to make you look bad. I
Right.
swear. And it was like that kind of thing.
How long? Yeah. How long did it take for me to get back? Because I feel like,
To be friends again?
yeah, I feel like what you did was the right thing. You did the same thing Tiffany Haddish did.
What?
Tiffany Haddish, we've talked about on the show when she was here, that she betrayed me, right? And then there was a relentlessness on Tiffany Haddish's part to get me to like them again.
Do you think I did that?
I think you did. I think there were times, right, socially, right, that you.
I just didn't know you didn't like me ever, so I was just treating you regularly.
Oh, is that what it was?
I just thought you were
What it-
mad at me once.
Oh, in my head,
I was number one enemy.
No, in my head, I'm like, wow, she's crafty.
Really?
No, I'm not
She's probably
crafty.
thinking, right, we're all cool now. But in my head, I'm like, wow, she's saying hi to me and flicking my.
That's where the self-centeredness comes in. That's what I tell you. Like you have these hang-ups about you think people are thinking of you.
Right.
And they're not. Everyone's just moving about and doing their own shit.
Wait, were
Right.
you mad at me when we did the NBC thing?
What NBC thing?
Remember when we did Finesse Williams' NBC thing? Remember he was doing oh my God, this is how much you work, you piece of shit. This is how successful you are. We did a whole
Who's
taping.
Finesse?
SNL.
I love him. No, I don't remember that. But
Okay,
what was
you were
it?
freaking out. You were like, because you have a thing where you're like, this is my last job. Every time you have a job, you were like, I know. You were like,
I know.
You're like, oh, the execs are. Am I bombing? It's like, I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah.
the screaming, am I bombing? A little bit is bombing, kind of, but no.
Yeah.
I think you pulled your dick. I think you did get naked again, but it was like, it was one of those like they
Yeah.
showed us a video and we made jokes about
Right.
the animal video or something.
Because, but I'll tell you
I wonder if
why.
you were mad at me.
I'm only like that in jobs where it's like this wasn't a part of my dream, right? Panel shows were not a part of my dream. It's not my skill set. You know what I mean? I've always wanted to I like acting and I like sketches and I like being big and controlling things, you know, and also showing my muscle, right? Doing panel shows. That's why the David.
Is that what you call your dick?
What?
Your muscle?
yeah. My muscle, right? That's a good one. But like, so the finesse thing, I don't remember it. But what happened?
You just were like freaking out, running around, clothes were coming off.
Yeah.
We're having a breakdown. You're like, oh my God, this is a big network. I'm like, Bobby, I think it's fine. You're probably going to get several more TV shows.
Yeah.
I think you're fine.
Yeah. But like, yeah.
When did you start liking me again? How recently?
It took a year.
Oh, okay.
That's
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took about a year and a half. I just remember forgetting,
Oh.
you know, and then seeing around. What I also like about it is observing you. I like to observe you around other comics to see if other. This is so gross. I
want to hear it.
I'm going to tell you, okay? But this is a gross part of my personality.
Ew.
And I know it's disgusting, right? But there's also I like to see people's trajectory. You know. Okay.
I remember watching you say on this podcast before, you were like, I like to know where I am power-wise with people. And I was like, he's never thought I was close to him. That's what's so funny.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you brought me on stage once and you were like, in the OR and you were like, wait, go back. Like you started to say my name, and so I started to come forward. And you're like, no, go back. Why are you up here already? And I was like, oh. So I went back, and they were like, you were like, why would you listen to me? Jesus, I was just fucking with you. Come up, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
They alphaed me so hard in front of everyone. I was like, oh,
I'm
hello,
sorry for
audience.
I'm
No, it was funny. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm
I think it's
sorry for
funny.
that, but
Don't apologize.
dude, I've always been like that, and I remember that's why when I started in San Diego, a lot of local people didn't like me.
Eddie gonna buy you a muscle relaxer.
Yeah, okay. So the other night, I want to go back, and I'm going to go. The other night, I meet a fine lady at the comedy store.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you know what they are. They're nice. And we're talking. She's like, "You're a comic." I go, yeah. And she goes, "I'm a big Theo Von fan." I go, "You know, I fucked with him. You know." She goes, "Really? You know him?" I go, "Yeah. I mean, some of our clips have gone viral and shit." She goes, "I haven't seen them." And I go, "Well, I can call him right now." So I'm on speakerphone. I call one of the numbers. This phone is disconnected. Call the other one. This phone is disconnected. None of the numbers work. And then I look at your name on it, and it's green, which means it's disconnected.
Yeah.
Right? Now I'm thinking, you have a new phone number, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Guess what, bud? I don't want it.
You don't?
No,
Okay.
I don't want it. Because to insult injury, to add insult to injury.
Yeah. Add it up.
To injured, right?
Add it up, young
I'm gonna-
Chung. All right.
Yeah, I will add it up. Fleetwood?
I'm listening to you, dude.
You right?
Dude,
I know Fleetwood, but check it out, dude. So then, the next day, I get a fucking text from Young Gravy. Young Gravy, I go, hey, do you know what? Because I know that he knows you. I go, do you know that Theo changed his number? And Young Gravy goes, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
You want it? And I go, no, I don't. I'll tell you why. Young Gravy gets the number before Bobby Lee?
Oh, wow.
What? Is that true?
No.
Now, are you saying to me right now, wow, okay? Fleetwood? What? You're hearing what I'm saying? All right? Are you saying? I'm emotional right now, man. Right? I just listen. Don't play Stony with me, Poppy. All right?
Just listening.
All right, so check it out. What you're saying to me now,
Yes, sir.
to the world, is that Young Gravy, Matt Hari, all right, is a closer friend to you than me. Let's say it from your mouth, dude.
What I would say to that is, overall, I would say
Yeah.
that I started with the taller people in my phone.
So.
And so I will send it to you soon.
Yeah. No, you know what, bud? You're doing, you know what? It's so funny what you're doing, dude. You're doing a half smile, open mouth technique. You do this, right? And it's sarcastic.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Uh-huh.
And it's condescending.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to say this to you right now and to the world. I don't know how many people listen to this. I consider you a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Ari.
What? Hari?
No, I said I love you.
No, you didn't.
Got it.
Now you just did.
I said it.
Okay. Right? And so if I'm being real,
Yeah, me too.
if you got in a car accident, right, and let's say your shoulder blade got damaged, or you lost a fucking toe situation.
Lost a couple inches of cuck, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just a
And
myth.
you were in the hospital. I would be the number one guy in LA to frantically make phone calls, go tell me what hospital he's in, this, that, right?
And then what, though? You just smoke outside of the hospital or whatever.
Yeah, but I'd be there, dude.
That's true.
You'd hear me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gang! Outside, dude. Right? So when right? So what I'm saying to you is I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't ever want it. But I want to let you know. And also that girl, it made me look like a fool.
Really?
Yeah, I felt foolish. And she laughed at me. She goes, you don't have his number. And I go, you know what, lady?
He was right.
I thought,
She wasn't lying.
she was right.
He sounds like an honest one.
Yeah, she is right. So I was just wondering, so you went from tall to small.
Well, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, so would Adam Devine get it because before me?
You and him would get it probably both around May. Just because it takes a long time to go through your contacts and send your number out.
Right.
It takes forever.
It does.
You have to send them. You have to prove to somebody it's you. People are like, "This ain't you," and they'll call you the FAG word.
Right.
And then, but you know what word I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, "This ain't you, Whitey, Wigga." They'll call you sometimes.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Whoa, yeah, it is." And you have to send a picture. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes to remind each person that it is you.
Yeah.
But look, man, if you cracked open my heart, dude, you'd be in there. Man.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. That's better said than done,
Yeah, well,
I gotta say this. That's better said than done, and I want to say this, okay?
dude, don't do that to your eyes, dude. They will.
What? I want to make them slandered for you.
No, they'll stay that way.
I know.
Don't do
All
it.
right, so I want to say this, okay, to you, okay? Is number one, may I ask you a question?
Oh my God, bro. This is like being in the worst court case ever. I feel like I'm back at the Brendan trial.
All right, I will say my.
Are you guys still harassing him on the internet?
No.
That's what I'm.
Judge, may I pose a
Please.
May I pose a question? Okay.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure out of all your friends, okay, I was probably the least amount of person that would text you and harass you. Don't you think? About things.
Yeah, communicate with me.
Yeah. So why wouldn't I? I'm not gonna be intrusive or bother you in any kind of way. I would never.
I didn't think you needed the number.
See, that's what I thought.
That's good. Defended.
That's a really good defense. What do you think, Judge?
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Do you have a rebuttal?
I do need it
Interesting.
because
You need it, but you don't want it.
I never wanted it.
You don't want to ask for it, and
never-
you shouldn't have to ask for it.
Never gonna ask.
I'll give you some of it.
Give me half of it.
Yeah.
Like the area code.
He'll hide the rest of it in LA.
Well, I assume 2133.
I'll hide.
No, you're in Nashville, right? So
I'll hide the rest around town.
right. You know what? Hide one number at the Improv. Hide one number at Pink Taco. Right. A couple somewhere else.
How are you
what I
gonna
mean?
know the
At Tim
order?
Dillon's house. Tim Dillon's a big house. Tim
Yeah.
Dillon's house.
One number at a porn addiction meeting. I'll hide two numbers there.
All right. Hide those numbers. I'll find those numbers, right? And I will put them together, dude.
Oh,
Awesome. Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry, man.
it's for, dude,
I will give it to you. I will give it to you soon.
what does that mean? What does it mean?
It means when, I think I'm glad we're talking about it, and I'm looking forward to giving it to you. I think.
All right. Let's move on then.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on.
But yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get it. You're going to get it, man.
We'll see.
But look, I showed up here in peace, man. I came.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I wore the authentic garb. I came and
Yeah, I know you did.
I'm happy to be here, man.
It's more of a Top Gun vibe.
No, it's more of like a
Magnum
D-Day or whatever.
Oh,
look,
right.
or like
Yeah, D-Day look. Yeah. It's a pretty good look.
Pearl Harbor kind of vibe
Yeah.
or whatever.
I feel like if you were in Pearl Harbor, you wouldn't have been that mad.
If I was on which side?
The American side. You're sleeping.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You see fire. What would you do?
If I were in Pearl Harbor,
I could run it. Yeah. In this scenario, run it.
I would call the police probably.
Really? The local Hawaii police?
Hawaii PD.
Yeah.
HPD?
So, it's a Hawaii PD would show up.
Dude, they got a lot of calls. Probably no one ever talks about them when they talk about that, huh?
What?
The Hawaiian police.
Right. Well, 911 probably was jammed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I would call the fire trucks. I'm on fire or something, right? Wouldn't you be on fire?
It was 911 already a thing back then?
That's a great question.
That's a really
I don't think so.
Dude, I went and saw the where the Lahaina fires were.
Oh yeah.
Oh
no,
wow. In Maui?
Yeah.
Bad?
Unbelievable that how much stuff got burned down.
Yeah, all of Front Street. Yeah, crazy and more.
Like blocks it blew my mind. I thought it was a small area. It's a lot of it. It's a lot of area that got burned down. And then to some of the stories you hear from like the fire department that was there and the water that it ran out of water. Like there wasn't at a certain point, water just stopped. I think they're just starting to like get some of the
rebuilding.
just starting.
So you can go to Maui.
Yeah.
You can just like
I can specifically, or just general people.
you can go to Maui.
Yeah. What happens?
But specifically, like Lahaina is still in like rebuilding mode. So
where's Wailea?
that's not.
On the other side?
Yeah.
That's the end I would probably be in.
You're always in Wailea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wailea's
Hotel
more
zone.
like, fancy people, lot of just
Hotels.
whites, just slurping pineapple.
Yeah, I
over
love
there.
pineapples with the whites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. But where's paella? Is that where?
Pai-
The
Paella.
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 Yeah.
That's sort of like right before like upcountry. That's not in Lahaina.
Oh, that's right. So
Yeah.
was paella? Why are you smiling, man?
Paella is a
I
Spanish
keep
rice
thinking of
dish.
the rice dish. It's delicious.
I literally thought the town was made like based on the white rice dish. What?
Nothing.
You like paellas?
Yeah, I like it. Who have I know? I know somebody that made it, a Spanish person.
That tracks.
Back where you grew up?
Gilroy's been putting on some weight, huh?
Gilroy.
Yeah. I mean, he's got cheek fat, right?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you got some cheek
I
fat.
got a little cheek fat.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. But you did. That's what you looked at. No, I didn't. Yeah, I can see through your aviators. You were looking at his cheeks.
I just thought I thought, oh, he's probably okay during this winter.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
say anything crazy, man.
Rocket money. I love rocket money. It saves you money. You guys, that's a terrible song.
I like
I
it.
like it.
Oh, thank you. So, guys, I'm a fool.
No.
Let me start there. And as a fool, I subscribe to so many different things on my phone and other gadgets. And I'm bleeding money because there's so many things that I just forget about, right? And guess what? Rocket Money is there to save you. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings.
And I think those companies do it intentionally too, where they make it so hard to find or cancel a subscription. So you have to like kind of go through hoops to just hit the cancel the subscription button. And with Rocket Money, I have full control over my subscriptions and a clear view of my expenses. I can see all of my subscriptions in one place. And if I see something I don't want, Rocket Money can help me cancel it with a few taps.
Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features.
That's a lot.
Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/belly. That's rocketmoney.com/belly. Rocketmoney.com/belly.
That's the ZocDoc. ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. I mean, we do it with restaurants. We do it with food. We do it with appliances. This is the perfect thing because it's like, you know what, doctors, it's about your life.
And you always have those weird ailments.
I do, dude.
Now you don't have to call me. You can just go to ZocDoc.
Yeah. And what do they do?
And once you find the doc that you want, you can book them immediately. No more waiting awkwardly on hold with a receptionist. And all these docs have verified reviews from actual real patients.
We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed, credible doctors and specialists. And you can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance or located near you and treat basically any condition you're searching for.
Tell us more about it, Gilb.
Go to ZocDoc.com/belly and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/belly. ZocDoc.com/belly.
Crazy, man.
You know what? You are a Filipina auntie.
That's what
I
they
feel
do.
like that's all they do is just comment on
Oh, did you
people's...
boy? You eating more?
Yeah, you eating
Oh,
more.
Filipino auntie.
That
but-
And they say it-
buy you a honey.
They always say it in like some roundabout way of like, ooh, lots of McDonald's.
Oh, you can run fast, huh?
I mean, I would love to see your face on the widescreen.
Oh, it's huge.
You know, that'd be just this flat screen. You know, the ones that curve.
The volume?
Wait, your face is not that much smaller than his.
Your face is on an adventure, isn't it?
Whoa, that's intense. What you're saying, dude.
I'm not saying, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to talk to you.
I know. But so I have like an Indiana Jonesy kind of vibe, like a Tomb Raider face. It's going on an adventure.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
I think it just seems like, well, as we age, we look different.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed upon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I look older to you?
I think you look a little bit more, no, you don't look older.
Okay.
You look younger or you look indifferent.
Yeah. But I've gained. Have I gained weight?
I don't know, man.
I have.
You have?
I mean, just
Ooh, wow. Huh?
Wow.
Oh.
God, boy, they'll fuck you in prison, buddy.
Wow.
That's the kind of guy that gets smashed in prison around the holidays right there, baby.
Yeah, I'm really getting fat, man.
Oh, that little Christmas plum right there, baby.
Yeah. You look good. You've been working out.
No, I just got this jacket from somebody.
I know, but I just, from what I see online, you look great in the photos.
No, I haven't been. It's been busy a lot, man. What have I been
Killing
thinking
it. You're
about?
killing it right now. How do you feel?
I feel pretty fine. I feel a little bit I feel just busy. I feel like I wish I had I feel like I need to make more time for things that are probably a little bit more important.
Yeah, but you're stressed out.
Yeah, I'm just like, I want to do things pretty good as well as you can do, but then
Yeah.
sometimes you kind of put too many things, or people will offer you other stuff to do, and then you're like, you don't want to make people, you don't want to let people down. And so just kind of trying to figure out like when I'm letting people down, or am I letting myself down by like overcommitting and like.
Podcast, you guys talk about, this is what they told me,
Yeah.
controversial things.
Well, we just talk about things where we want to strike people.
Like, give me something that, and let's see if I have a point of view.
Well,
We
here,
want.
I'll
We
give
want.
an example.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I really liked what you guys had to say about the whole We Spa controversy.
Yes.
Because he's a big spa guy.
I went there last night.
Right. Oh, you went to We?
Yeah.
So We Spa, there was this whole
I
debacle.
know.
Oh, you heard about it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So a trans woman.
I know.
Wanted to be, and then the women were like, "Wait, we don't want to."
That's just Bobby.
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah,
So
no.
and then they were like, "No, there are kids here and there are women here. We don't want to be like seeing like a penis,
Okay, I just want to say this, okay?
And then We Spa was like, "No, we actually can't discriminate."
And I'm like,
They
well,
took it out.
women want to feel safe as well. Like, I understand that y'all want to feel safe, but women want to feel safe. Like, everybody should feel safe, but it's not at the detriment of other people.
My argument, though,
Right.
is this, last night, I went there around 11, and I counted 12 kids there under the age of...
Why are you counting kids?
Yeah, don't count kids at a spa.
I'll tell you why. Stop. John, you're laughing too loud at that, right? Because there's an explanation. I'll tell
I'm
you.
not laughing, and it's as bad as if I was.
Yeah. There was just kids there. I wasn't counting them. Mm-hmm. There's probably 2 to 10. I don't know.
2 to 100. We don't know.
We don't know,
No.
right? But the reason why I know there were kids there is because
24 is the number.
the reason why I know that is because the only place to sit is that the co-op area was right by. There's a what do you call it? Where there's gymnasiums and things for kids to do.
Right. There's like the little library.
Like a library thing, right?
Computers.
And I remember thinking like, wow, it's really late. Like, what parents are bringing their kids to a spa at 10 or 11 at night?
Are they allowed?
Yeah, they are allowed.
Yeah.
Then there's kids at the spa.
Right. So my point though is that if I was a mother and I had 2 of my daughters in the spa, you're completely naked, and a woman walked in with a penis, I can see why that they would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
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 And after that, it was later found out that the person was actually a predator. But
Oh, really?
No, really. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. So your point of view was that's wrong that she had to go in there.
what is it?
What's the
our
point of view? I don't know
our
what your point of
view
view
was. That in the best of world, there would have to be bathrooms for everybody.
Yes.
But it's impossible.
Yes.
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
And I understand why trans people, no matter what from which side you are, non-binary, man, woman, trans, you would feel unsafe in a certain environment.
Right.
But then again, you feeling safe cannot infringe on other people's safety or sentiment of safety.
Right.
So it's a whole ass conversation that we need to have about that.
Yeah.
And it was not so much like a closed opinion. It was more of a, we need to talk about this shit.
Yes.
We need to, there's a bigger picture than, yes, everybody should feel in, yeah, okay, but wait.
Yeah.
We not put women aside? Yeah, all right, cool. You have the right to compete in MMA.
Yes.
But you could kill motherfuckers. That's not the point. It's still a sport.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not doing gladiator shit. So there was, I don't know what promotion there was, a trans woman that compete with other women, and skull of women got fractured.
All right. Yeah.
So This is a conversation to have.
That's another conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that it varies sport to sport, but that's a combat sport. That's a physical. You know what I mean?
I actually don't think it varies sports to
You don't
sports.
think so?
No, because whenever we say whenever we say women's sport and man's sport, what we actually mean is female sport and male sport. At the end of the day, that's what it is. And the best people to do sport will tell you. I remember one day, I thought it was John McEnroe. He said something about Serena Williams being the best female tennis player. And everybody's like, no, she's the best. She's the best tennis player. And he was under a bunch, like people came down.
Yeah.
Like they came for him. You know what I mean? And then Serena said it herself. She's like, if I compete against the guy that is listed 200, I'm gonna lose in 15 minutes, 20.
Yeah.
It's not the same sports.
Wow.
Like the speed is not the same. Combat sport is the same. Well, tennis is the same. Hockey is the same. Do you know that women are allowed to play in the NBA?
Really?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one that was actually had a contract. I think her name was Lucy. You can look it up, whatever.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can Google it. Lucy. She was actually inducted into the Hall of Fame, but she didn't play because she became pregnant. But she got a contract to play in the
Wow,
NBA.
I didn't know that.
And it never happened. Just because that time it never happened.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, you could play in the NBA. Why don't you do it? Because it's not the same thing at all. At all.
Yeah. That's it.
But it's a conversation to have.
Yeah.
There's some things that I can disagree on, no matter what we're talking about, no matter
Yeah.
what it is, whether it's the trans issue, the LGBTQ issues, or Black Lives Matter, or whatever. It's not because you disagree with one thing that makes you the opposite and anti-super extremist. Like, people need to chill. But then again, you know, it benefits certain people. It benefits people in the news. It benefits people in a position of power. It benefits them because if people are polarized, then it's easier to, you know, to do other things and, you know.
No, it's just, it's so funny because even having this discussion right now is making me nervous. No, I want to be completely honest with you.
I'm mad
because I have things that I believe in that I can't say right now, right? Because I feel like I'm gonna get attacked.
Well,
And on top of that, you're a comedian.
Yeah.
So you're in the arts world
Yeah.
where it's super PC and super liberal, and you live in LA, super liberal, and you so if you go against that, and on top of that is the world. It's there's all those studios are right there.
Yeah. I know, but it's like if I could let go of that dream, then I can say whatever I want to say. You know what I mean? But because I have
What's coming to mind right now? What do you feel?
Well, I mean, just him talking. There's a certain beliefs that I have that I want to say that I can't say because I just know that it's going to go against, you know what I mean?
But then again,
other Asians.
I believe that you're like if we take away like the fact that the people you're watching everything and stuff, I believe that you as a person, I don't know you that much, but
Yeah.
from what I understand, from what I've seen, and you're not the very confrontational type.
No.
If we talk about the whole debacle that happened with Carlos Mencia, everybody.
Did he bring it back? He brought it back.
Woo! I love this guy.
Motherfuckers told you to tell it, and you was like,
Yeah.
and I understood why. I get it.
That's who I am.
get it. But and I was really like. I was not a comedian at the time and everything and stuff, and I was just aspiring to be. And even I understood where you're from. And even Joe Rogan went like, maybe I went a bit too much, whatever. But things had to be said. So I don't even think right there from the beginning, no matter what you think from the core, you're not a very confrontational person. And then after that, you have to add, everything that's
Right. Dude, you're bright. But I'm going to say some confrontational things.
Oh shit, go ahead.
Okay, number one.
His dick is long and shit. You said that already. You said that already.
I know.
That's not confrontational.
I didn't say that, fuckface. Fuckface, I didn't say that, man. All right? So here's the deal, dude. Here's the deal, dude. You know, I wish I had that moment over again. Back then.
What would you do? What would you have done? Ooh, baby.
I would have said, you know
This
what?
is crispy.
I would have been honest, and I would have said what I believe now is he's a great performer, probably one of the best in the business.
Yes.
He crushes, right?
Yes.
I don't think some of his ideas is his, right? In fact, I know it isn't, right?
Oh my God. See the way you said that? You thought that was confrontational?
There's still a lot of diplomacy.
That was the softest shit I've heard today.
How would you?
Wait. Give me another shot.
Okay.
Give me another. This is my
Oh,
first time of being
bro.
confrontational.
Hey, what do you think about Carlos Mencia, Bobby?
He's
Bobby
a
Lee.
thief.
That's more like it.
But can I say put a butt there? He's a great guy.
But then again, but hold on,
No, don't point at me, dude.
No.
Don't point at me. All right, let's not do this.
Hold on.
Let's do this.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What you did there,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to point.
Yeah.
What you did there was actually more confrontational than the first time you said it. Because you said, boom, he's that. You say what you say, you got what you got on your chest, you say it, bam.
But there's
And then
so
after
many
that,
layers to it, though, right? It's like
Fair.
There's so much
Yes.
nuance when it comes to my relationship with him. All the things
You
that
still got a relationship with him?
Yeah, I mean, he still texts me.
He gave you your first car.
He gave
right?
me. I didn't have a car. He bought me a car. Got me a car.
He's still around?
Yeah, he's still around.
He still does comedy?
Yeah, still does stand up.
Because I'd love to see that guy.
He kills.
Now that shit is
And,
out.
and he's
like,
also selling tickets, and he's doing well.
Because now that shit is out there,
Yeah.
all right, hopefully he doesn't do it no more. Because I used to fucking love this dude.
Me too.
The performance was on point.
On point, dude.
On point. And I would like to, we know?
Yeah.
Can he learn?
Yes.
Can we get over?
That's what I'm saying.
Because he still can bring something to the table.
And I
obviously.
also have to say, to defend him, right, is what he did was, in terms of comedy, a crime, right?
Yes.
But other white dudes have done exactly the same thing he's done, and they get their career. They keep their career. They keep their reputation. And he was thrown out of the fucking business, and he's been in prison for 15 fucking whatever years. And I think because he's a Hispanic guy, and because he's a vocal guy, I don't know what the fucking thing, but
He went Mexican, like, I don't even know if he's Mexican.
no, he's Honduran.
I need to.
He's Honduran. No, he's Honduran.
I need to tell
He's Honduran.
Dilute it with water.
Hispanic.
Breed. Maybe I want ABBA here.
You're right.
My African, let us fucking.
I think he was in jail for too long.
Way too long.
He was in jail for too long, and I think that's me. Like, okay, we get it, we got it. Like, he suffered. He really could do something out there.
Yeah.
So-
Because right now, the clips that I see, I feel like it's his own voice. I don't think he's stealing anymore. I think he's finding joy in comedy again. He's selling tickets. I know all those things. And without him in my life, I would have never been where I am, because he got me my agent. You know what I mean? He took me on the road for years. He taught me how to perform in certain crowds. And I mean, I learned so much from him. So when I was asked that question at the Comedy Store, you know what I mean, about that question, all that other stuff came with, the answer. It's just nuanced and layered, and there's history and all this stuff. So it does look like I'm a coward there, but people don't know my history.
I don't think you're a coward. There's a difference between cowardice and being non-confrontational.
Okay.
Because the confrontation comes with a burden. It comes with a lot. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And I understand someone that doesn't want necessarily have to deal with that. That's a lot to deal with. You understand?
Yeah.
So there's some people that are more apt to deal with it than some others. Coward is some other shit. It's not the same. It's very close, but it's really not the same category.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. No, people that are saying that, they're misinformed.
Yes.
Or they really put it in the same pot. But it's not exactly that.
Yeah, it's interesting. You're absolutely right. I don't like controversy. I don't like, and I think one of the reasons why I don't like saying some of my opinions is because I don't know enough of the facts. It's just a feeling that I have, right? Like, I'm going to throw out one controversy thing right now. The whole Stop Asian Hate thing, right? To me, it was slightly embarrassing.
Why?
They didn't ask me to do PSAs.
And there's the core. He didn't get asked to do the PSA.
They asked Olivia Munn and Daniel Day
Sandra
Kim, Sandra Oh.
He wasn't invited.
And I was never asked to do any, right?
And you're like, fuck that.
Fuck
shit.
that, and I went the other direction.
There you go. That's what it was.
Yeah, wow. We got to the
okay.
core.
We went full circle.
I went full
this
circle. I'm
is
ashamed.
why we need to have conversation. I have the title that I have.
Yeah,
Full circle again.
That's why I don't like controversy, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Back to that circle, right? I really don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I have these strange beliefs, right, that aren't grounded in any kind of fact, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I say it out loud. You know what I mean. And this is what it gets me. What's another one I have?
Oh boy.
We're like, let's move on. We're good.
Moving on. Let's do worse.
FanDuel. Football season is underway.
And I know you're excited, Bobby.
I can't even sleep at
What's
night.
your favorite teams?
Falcons.
Nice.
I love Atlanta.
Let's
so
go.
now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now new customers get a no sweat first bet up to $1,000.
My gosh.
That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. Just sign up with promo code BELLY. Now, what's FanDuel? FanDuel is my favorite app when I want to put some money down in terms of games.
Papa wants to make money.
I want to make money, and I love football. I love the eccentric,
Touchdown celebration.
yeah, celebrations, man.
And FanDuel has all of your favorite bets, from the money line to point spreads to player prop. You can combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payout with a same game parlay.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
sign up
And you
What?
get your winnings really fast, Gilbert.
Yeah,
really, really fast.
pass interference.
So sign up today with promo code BELLY for your first no sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Disclaimer: 21 plus and select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. COIAMINJPAILVA. 1-800 next step or text next step to 53342. Arizona 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chatct. 1-800-9 with ITIM 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. KS 1-877-700. Stop LA 1-877-8 HOPE NY or text HOPE NY 467-369 NY. TN Redline 1-888-978-9 TM 1-800-522-4700 WY or visit www.1800gambler.net WB.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
You guys, I've had a lot of tough things happen earlier in my life, and I carried that baggage with me through life, and I've been able to release that stuff and talk about it through BetterHelp online therapy. It's changed my life. I'm free now. A lot of the trauma that's stored in my body is gone, and I really think that in many ways, BetterHelp has changed me for the better.
Navigating any of life challenges can make you feel unsure, whether it's a career change, a new relationship, or becoming a parent. And the BetterHelp therapists are trained to help you figure out the cause of these challenging emotions and learn productive coping skills.
As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online, plus it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/belly. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/belly.
Oh, what's another controversial thing that you and Abba love very much? And I love everything about her. And it kills me to think that she won't be in my life. That causes me so much pain and such deep sadness that I might not even be able to move on. All right? So it's like our relationship just didn't work, right? But there's a way to do it in a loving, healthy way. And I feel like we are trying that, and we are doing that. But we're family, and that's never going to change. And that's it.
That's so sweet. You have to give me a hug for that. I know you don't want to be touched, but you have to. You have to. I love you.
That is,
Yeah.
that's like the what you just said is that's the feeling of like a breakup when you still love the person. It's so easy if they like hit you or stab you to break
I think
up.
that's it. Yeah,
But like when you break up and there's no big fucking thing.
right.
Yeah.
It's
I
that.
think-
I think it's like when you're younger, it's always just, you can point to one thing always.
Yeah.
And you just can't point to one thing here, because I think that the friendship never wavered, not even a little bit. The friendship part, the love never wavered. It was just the romantic partner part that wavered. And, it's just some people might have chosen to stay in our situation. We chose not to, because we feel as maybe our needs can be met with somebody else.
Can I add? You can totally tell me to fuck off with these questions, but from what I'm grasping, I'm sure you've covered it before. The sex part, the romance part, kind of dwindled. Was there an attempt to put that back together, to go see someone to get that, and it just didn't reignite?
Yeah, we were in therapy
tried for years.
For 2
Years,
We
yeah.
just could not
It's me.
What is it?
There was a time where I think, well, you can tell your part and I can tell my part.
I just don't want to focus on this the whole
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
though,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like it's going to bring people down, I think.
No,
Yeah.
it's fucking fascinating. Are you kidding me? if you haven't talked about this and gone into it,
Yeah.
trust me,
Yeah.
it's fascinating. And everyone deals with this stuff. I'm listening, empathizing as well
Yeah.
with my own situation.
So what's the question?
The sex.
Yeah, what happened and why couldn't you get there? Like, why didn't the therapy work?
Well, for me, it's like, and I think it has to do with my addictions, and I think it has to do with being a stand-up. Is that as you know, I just have receptors in my brain where something like the stabbing thing where I got hard, right? I mean, I know that was a joke, right? But there is some truth to that.
You're chasing
where
next
it's like
hit.
danger and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like I remember like when I was younger, scoring meth and this and that, and being in areas when I was a young kid where it was kind of dangerous, and I just kind of got off on all that, right? And it's like, being single now, there is an addiction to meeting new women and that mystery, and is it going to happen, not? And then when you see them naked for the first time, you're like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. And it's all hitting these dopamine receptors in my brain and stuff. And it's all about, it's more like feeding into my drug addiction and alcoholism and all those things, right? But stand-up is the same way, where it's like, it's a scary thing. Like I did 7 shows at the Cellar last weekend.
Yeah.
Why did I need to do so much? Because it's an addiction. And I did 4 shows one night, just room to room to room. And like needing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fix almost, right? And do you feel? I mean,
I relate to all.
You relate to all that?
I did
right?
19 sets last week.
My
19 in 6 days, 5 days. I mean, it was insane. I completely relate, and that's my sphere of commitment is never having a crush on someone again, never having that moment of like, I like this person so much. Oh my God, our arms just touched. Oh my God, our first kiss, like all those things, like the idea that I'll never have that again and he'll never have it again. Like sometimes I'm like, to my boyfriend, I'm like, me forever? Really?
Yeah.
This is it? Like you are okay with just only fucking me the rest of your life. And he really is. And it's not that I don't really, when I'm single, I don't fuck other people. I'm not really someone who goes out and does a lot of stuff, but I do like crushes. I do like having like about like I'm about to go on stage.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And finding out if that person likes me. As soon as I find out they like me, it's over and I want to start over with someone else.
Yeah.
But that is the thing that I want to chase forever, and I'm really scared of commitment to have that, to say goodbye to that forever. But I also said, I think about quitting alcohol, and I remember being like, I've never had a better feeling than drinking in my life. The feeling of getting buzzed the first time. I remember in high school saying, why doesn't everyone do this all the time? This is the greatest feeling I've ever felt in my life. I chased it for years and years. I quit 11 years ago. And I remember quitting and being like, I'm going to go forever without it. And I'm okay with it because I'm like, you had your fun. You had your fun. It's over. Things have to come to an end. I never want the party to end. And I think that for me, at some point, crushes will have to end. And then
Do they? If they're just crushes and you don't go past that?
Man, if you know that if you can only smell alcohol and you can never take a sip, what is the fucking point? Or if I can have one glass of wine, I can't do one glass of wine. I'd rather just have none. So I know women are like, oh, I have crushes all the time. Don't worry about it. I'm like, but you don't get to act on it. You can like flirt at the grogrocery store and
I see what you're saying.
But maybe it is that. Maybe it is enough to know that I could fuck that guy or that guy does want to fuck me. Because generally I don't really hook up when I'm
I think
single.
you're also in a different level as the average woman because you are very visible. You are a public figure. You are somebody that like men could only wish, to have. So it's like maybe more shots or like more people shoot their shot with you than just say like the average woman. So you have the option. You almost have option paralysis really at this point. It's like you could.
I don't feel that way at all. And I'm not trying to be modest and like, no, I know what you're saying. I I always develop crushes on people that don't see it coming. They're always people like I'm generally friends with for a while and they have no idea. And I have to one night just be like, I like you. And they're like, what? Like, it's always, that's what I'm talking about. Those long-term things where I'm like, I'm in love with him. He walks out of the room and I fall on the floor and I'm like, I love him. And my friends are like, tell him. And I'm like, I can't. I want my whole life to be Ross and Rachel season 1. I want to be Ross and that guy's Rachel. That is what Jim and Pam. Like, I stopped watching The Office after they got together. I stopped caring about Friends after they got together.
Wow.
I want my life to be that.
Yeah.
Is that kind of something that resonates?
I think that's what it is.
The chase?
I think it's the chase, and it's like, but
Like
it's
getting a movie role when you're auditioning, when you get it, aren't you just kind of like, okay? But,
Yeah.
But when you
But
get
then-
it, it's great. But then when you go,
yeah, but then there's also this thing that I discovered yesterday, because I was in New York yesterday, and I did some Sex in the Cities, and for some reason that show makes me so nervous and it's so scary, and because all my scenes are with SJ, right, Sarah Jessica, and she's such a professional and she's so good at what she does, and I'm a comic. I literally don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I really don't.
it's so funny because at this point you do. I mean, like you've proven it that you're not tricking anyone. This
No.
This imposter syndrome thing,
No. You're,
people are smart that are giving you
I know,
troll.
no,
But I know what you're saying.
No, Nikki, I know I'm Bobby Lee. I know I have talent. I know that, there's something about, I know all those things, okay? But still, there's a challenge to it I still get nervous.
That's good.
And it's still like, but then once I do it, you know what I mean? I did the scene with her and I'm like, oh, I think that turned out well. That in itself is a fix.
How many takes are you doing on this show? Like I would just want to, because I feel like I've never really acted that much, but I feel like you get it by like the last take and then you're like, can we do more? Because I just found it. Do you feel that way?
Well, I mean, this is probably because I'm unhealthy. I never feel like I can move on.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I
why
mean?
a self-tape audition is hell.
It takes,
Because you'll do it forever.
he's done it. How many? We've spent hours doing a one-page scene. Like we got to do it again.
Casting directors don't know what they're doing to people's lives when they ask them to self-tape. It will
It's
go
torture.
from something that would take you 2 minutes when you walk into
Go
a
in
room.
person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I still prefer. You prefer in or you prefer tape?
I would prefer in because I know a tape is going to ruin my whole evening, and it's never gonna get right.
In.
Just to get it over
Tape
with.
for me. Tape still. Because I can still look at it and go, that sucked. Let's do it again.
Yeah, but you are so shiny in person, Bobby.
Yeah,
Like
I
you,
feel like
your
you need to be in
aura,
that room.
everything you exude in person is just so different.
You're a star.
You really are.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay, so on the set with SJP,
So anyway, that in itself.
I like that.
I'm calling her. I'm calling her that too.
I mean, I don't know, like there's something about like being able to be in a scary situation, you know what I mean? Outside my comfort zone, being able to pull it off, and that in itself is a fix to me. I remember feeling high from it.
I was getting so used to going on stage, doing stand up, and it doesn't give me the adrenaline that it used to.
Yeah.
And I used to get high beforehand. And it would make me forget a joke in the middle of a sentence. I would forget what I was talking about. And the thrill of it is like, I mean, I was doing this on like theater shows. I don't smoke pot anymore, but I was sabotaging because I wanted that fear of like, I'm talking right now. I'm in the middle of the joke and I don't remember how this joke ends. And I truly don't even know what I'm talking. Like, it was just a thrill.
I've been
do you
there.
ever do that where you just,
Oh my God.
I mean, you're on stage, pulling out your dick. Like you're getting crazy chances up there.
Oh no, I do.
Is that for the thrill?
I've repeated jokes. Have you ever done that?
Oh no, I haven't.
I've
I'm always
opened with a
nervous
joke,
about it.
right, and at the end did the same joke.
On 2-show nights sometimes.
Yeah, and I go, did I just tell that joke? They're like, yeah, the audience goes.
You know right away.
Yeah,
'cause
but
they're
still-
just silent in an eerie way of like.
It's not that embarrassing, though.
No, it's not.
It's not that embarrassing.
I've had to ask like, what was I just talking about? And I'm like, it's always going to be child molestation. Just always say, I can always find my way back to my act when you say
Yeah.
molestation.
I mean, do you still have bad shows or no?
No. I mean, like, I'm not saying like I've had mediocre shows.
Yeah.
But ever since I stopped smoking pot, no.
Oh, wow.
That was happening a little bit. That's why I had to stop because it was just getting messy, really tangential, so ADD, not finishing a thought. But no, but sometimes you need to. It feels good to. It doesn't feel good. Just reminds you you're alive when you bomb.
Because this Friday, I did one. Do you do the Cellar at
Yeah.
all?
Oh, yeah.
So do you do Village Underground, the big
Yeah.
one?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great, right?
So fun.
So I did the first show, packed. Ronnie Chang went up, then I went up. It was great. I closed the show, and I couldn't believe it because it was a great lineup. I was like, oh, I'm killing it. I belong here.
Oh, yeah.
The second show, though, was so fucking hard. I opened with a joke that as soon as I said it,
What'd you open with?
I opened with Down syndrome people making love.
You don't open with that.
I know, but I did.
It's my favorite joke. You don't know.
That's like going on stage high. That's like taking a risk.
Yeah, I'm
do
going to
what
do
you-
it. I think I could do it, right? And how they touch butts for 3 minutes and all the moves, all the moves they do. And I remember, there's a piano guy to the left.
Oh, yeah.
And I looked at him and he went. He went. And I was already in the middle of it, so I gotta finish it. I can't end
You
it.
won them over though by the end. I mean,
No. The Asian manager, he goes, "Hey, buddy, not good, huh?"
What was the text you sent me after that set?
I don't know. I did text
Oh,
you. It
it's
was
so-
that bad.
Oh,
And then
so bad, especially at that club because you're just so scared. You don't feel like you even belong there.
yeah, you right?
Yeah, always.
Me too.
Yeah,
And then they give me spots, and I'm around all
as
these.
they should.
Here we go.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
You're a famous comedian.
I had a rough show at the Cellar. I'm okay. But man, that hurt.
That bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had that.
Yeah.
Okay, also here, I said, why? Tough crowd. You said, I don't know. They just didn't like me. You knew why, Bobby.
Oh yeah, I don't want to get into I opened with the
Oh
fucking
my
that
God.
joke.
Did you just see what happened there? You read his text. They didn't like me. So that confirms why we do this. We want to be liked. And when we bomb, it's not they didn't like our jokes. They didn't like me. And that's what hurts so much. They don't like me.
Yeah,
They don't like you.
they don't. Yeah, Howie Mandel. So I did Montreal like 3 years ago, and I was on stage. I could see Howie Mandel walk and sit in the balcony booth. I could see his bald head, right? And I'm friends with him, right? But in the other balcony booth, there was a guy that just kept yelling after every joke, "Next! Next! You're not funny! Next!" And I remember seeing Howie, right? Because he had just, bought like a chunk of, just for laughs, and I love him, you know what I mean? And then me arguing with this guy going, "Hey, dude, this is the first time I've ever been to Montreal. Why are you fucking it up, right?" In front of a packed theater audience and going, "Sorry, Howie."
Everyone knows that guy's a jerk.
Yeah, right.
Right?
And I'm doing it, and I could see Howie balkaning laughing.
Oh, good.
Because he seen me struggling, was arguing with this guy, then doing jokes and this. And afterwards, he was just like, "Dude, that was great." And I go, "What do you mean? The guy kept saying next, I'm not good, and this and that." And in my head, and everyone in that theater could say that was the best set, but because that guy did that, that was a terrible set.
Yes. And because you were thrown, you felt uncomfortable.
I felt uncomfortable the whole time. I had to be on my wits. You know what I mean? I had to be in my
Bring
full
material.
Yeah, yeah.
Taken out of it.
I had to segue into different things, and it wasn't. At the end, people probably went, "Well, that was
It
very
probably ruined
entertaining."
your night.
It ruined my year.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the text that you sent, like a bad set. And when you ask me if I have bad sets, yes, I've had those of like, it just doesn't go my way. I think I really block them out in such a way because they're just so devastating.
Yeah.
But you need to get on stage right away to make it.
That's
better
why.
again.
Thank God I had 2 more sets after that.
Oh, thank
right?
God, yeah.
There's this one girl. I don't want to fuck up her name. Kamisha. She's a black comic. She does every room there, and everyone there goes, because I had to follow her twice Saturday night, and every comic goes, "Oh, it's just gonna be a tough one for you, bud."
Yamanika?
Yamanika.
Yes. So hard to follow.
How do you not know Yamanika?
Kanisha?
Yeah. I know Yamanika.
All right.
Yamanika Saunders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yamanika
Yeah,
Saunders.
she's
Yeah.
hilarious.
She's brutally.
Oh no,
I mean, next
I mean,
yeah.
her
I
and
mean-
Greer Barnes are the hardest to follow. At the
yeah,
Cellar.
yeah. Yamanika.
Yeah.
Village Underground had a follower, right? And then the Little Room.
Yeah.
Right? And bro, I was like, no, you don't even know, bro. You don't me, bud.
Because your neck is getting so tight.
Yeah, you don't even know. I was honestly, I was doing this, like jumping up and down the back
To hype
Just to
yourself?
get,
To get-
the energy
I had-
on that level.
Yeah, because I had to do it.
Yeah. Well, I think that now, like I don't allow myself to have. I will fight to have. I'll put the pressure on to have better sets because I have to do meet and greets afterwards, and I cannot look at those. I cannot meet people. When I used to feature and bomb regularly, and
Yeah.
I knew that they would walk past me and go straight to the headliner, or if I sometimes when I was headlining clubs and I would have my feature act selling stuff, I knew if I didn't do well, I would hear, you should have been the headliner, like telling the feature act.
I've
And I
seen
just
that.
couldn't deal with that. So now
I've
I
seen
feel
that.
like with meet and greets afterwards, it forces me, I got to put on a good show because I can't look these people in the eye.
That's exactly what happened. I literally went, I have to overcome this.
Yeah.
And I did great after her.
Oh, good.
Right, but I had to. But I was on like high alert. Like I came out going.
But how rarely do you get like that? Like when you're at the Comedy Store, are you like in the back, like overthinking your set?
No.
Like I got to impress. The agents are here. The agents are here. Like you're not like
No.
prepare. You're not
Because the
you don't-
store is.
I had it the other night. Patton Oswalt was sitting next to me, and I'm like, if he's gonna be here watching my set, I gotta try a little bit hard. And it made me so much better.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
To have that
Yeah, do it.
young comic. I care. The comics are in the back watching.
Once Chappelle did that once.
Yeah.
He walked into the OR, and I saw his head, and I was like, "Well, I have to now."
Yes.
Yeah.
Take
elevate.
it up a notch.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Isn't that
so-
weird? We can't do that just without Chappelle. sorry, people who pay good money to come see us, unless Chappelle is with you.
I want to talk about Fuckboy Island. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, F Boy
F-Boy
Island.
Island.
Yeah,
But it's called Fuck.
yeah.
The F is fuck,
yeah,
right?
It's fuck.
And I've never. I'm sorry. I've never. Because it's not.
care
I know,
about
but I want to.
You should. I mean, you would like it.
I would like it,
and
yeah.
not because of me. Like I liked the show aside of my. Like I was watching the show. You was everything I've had but couldn't keep. Oh fuck! I'm like getting teary
Yeah,
eyed.
yeah. Lou Reed was a great lyricist.
Very kind of Taylor Swift, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of Taylor Swifty, honestly.
Oh, is it Swifty?
Swiftian. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah,
If I
yeah.
could make the
Okay,
world
well, then I'm
pure
Swifty
and
then.
strange as what I see, I put you in the mirror. I put in front of me. I mean, that is so
Taylor
Swiftian.
Swift.
It's
Dude,
Swiftian.
It is.
Well, this is in the '60s, so she pays homage to Lou Reed.
Yeah, I mean, she
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
is a fan. That's the thing. Is she's influenced by all the people you listed, but
Yeah.
this is so beautiful.
And the reason why I like the Velvet Underground is because, at that time in the late '60s, they had the whole hippie.
Whoa, the end of this. It was good what we did yesterday, and I do it once again. The fact that you are married only proves you're my best friend, but it's truly, truly a sin.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right. Okay. Enough. I
Oh,
want
wait,
you to
so they're not together in the song?
yeah.
No.
To just listen.
Dude, I love a song where they're not together. It's my favorite kind of song. I never
funny.
listened to the song in this way. Like, when you listen to the song, you don't hear the lyrics. I'm like, oh, this is fucking good. I love any kind of story where they don't end up.
Yeah. So listen, I think you've convinced me. I'm going to open my heart. So do the playlist. Okay.
Can't wait.
And Nikki has an HBO special coming out. When does this come out?
This week?
This week.
Saturday, May 11th.
So this,
Someday
when
You'll
you're
Die.
listening to this right now, it's the Saturday.
Yeah, and
Right.
go listen to my new single "Someday You'll Die" on Spotify. Well, that is
Some-
the title track of this.
I
You
feel like
really- you
that's
sing on
very
it.
Lou Reed title.
Thank you. Really?
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's the first song I ever wrote.
But I have to say something about you two ladies, and it's a compliment. May I say something? And before we leave?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? Okay. And I really mean this, and I'm going to take the comedy out of it, right? And I'm going to try to be real.
Okay.
Right? You guys are terrible people. No, I'm kidding. No, I want to be real, right?
Okay.
I think that you guys, for me, right, you guys are rarer, a breed of people. I mean, you guys have all the things that I look for when I look for a partner, like looks, coolness. You know what I mean? You both are very funny. I think she's very funny. You know what I mean? Also, I don't know if you're a foodie. Are you a foodie?
I mean, who wouldn't be?
Right. So I want a girl where I'm going to go, hey, that can turn me on to a restaurant. And she's done that many, many times.
Oh, really?
She's turned me on to film and music, different things.
Yes.
I feel like you're the same way. You guys are a breed there's not a lot of people out there, because I know I've been out there in the world.
Imagine being an ex and hearing your ex say, I want to be with a girl like you, but not you.
But because, can I ask, what is the why? Then why aren't you together?
I don't know. No, I'll tell you why. I don't know.
Because your life is the song "Pale Blue Eyes."
It's too late now.
Why are you looking it up?
Any upcoming shows Nikki has?
I have so many. I'm
yeah.
on tour. Special comes out streaming on HBO right now. Or on Saturday, I guess. But right now, if you listen to this later, and then
Wait, you already have another hour to go on the road with?
Jesus.
I mean, it's not perfect, but it's going to be so fun to. There's enough stuff I've left on the table was perfect that didn't go in the special that is ready to like could bolster the stuff that's new and stuff that's new. It's like I'm churning.
Wow.
But it's not, and it's by the first date. Where am I? At the Venetian with David Spade made 17th and 18th, which is an amazing show to go to in Vegas if you want to plan a last minute trip. That is incredible. But that show will be very different than you.
Can I go?
Lie. Yeah, fucking come out.
I want to come out, and will I get tickets?
Yes, you'll hang with us. You got to do a spot. You got to.
I don't want a spot.
I know, but you'll.
I want to hang out though. I've always wanted to go there.
Love it.
You know what I mean? And not do a show. And watch my friend's show, and then maybe have a dinner or something. That'd be nice.
Yes, that's what we love.
Yeah,
Let's close the loop on David Spade. I just want to say, this morning when I was like having that panic attack before Stern, I was like, I need to calm myself, and I was like, I need to get in like, who's like what kind of Stern interview do I want to have? What's the ideal world? And I was like, put on a Spade best of Stern.
Wow.
If you ever like, Spade is not only such a good friend, so generous, all the things you were saying before, remarkable, but if you are bored on you, like you've just done all the things on YouTube you could ever think to do, put on a compilation of David Spade on the couches of Stern or Ellen, just do it Fallon, and it's a home run. You'll be laughing your ass off. He's so good. And so I was watching him on Stern, just like, he just calmed me. He's so good.
He has
so
an effortless way of performing too.
Yes.
Even when he's doing new stuff, he's just like conversational, effortless. He's just so fun to watch. Anyway, Nikki's on tour. Watch the HBO. We love her. How many times have you done this podcast so far?
I think this is the
third.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't really have a lot of repeats.
Really?
Yeah. We've had maybe Whitney, Eric Griffin, who else? Theo, maybe.
Rick
too. Yeah, and you. But it's like
that means so much to me.
But we have had a lot of one-offs. Like Bill Burr's done it 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
We should start doing jackets for people because a lot of
maybe So if you do it the 4th time, you get a jacket.
Oh, we should start.
Yeah, we should do that.
Oh
we
my
have
God.
4.
I will work on something to promote in a year.
No, but you're always invited. We always love you, and I honestly I hate giving compliments, but I can't think of anything wrong with you.
I assure you, there
and
is.
It bothers me.
Read
there's
the comments on YouTube.
I know.
Video.
Try your best right now.
No, in terms of I think the only thing I could say if I was going to say something
I don't
bad,
want to hear it. Just now I need to know.
So I'm talking to somebody. I go, yeah. You know what her problem is though?
But Nikki's great.
No, but the problem is I don't trust her because everyone likes her.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So she's everyone's cup of tea. That's weird. That's the only thing I would say.
But that's you're being nice. I'm sure you could come up with something, and I'm sure someone will say something at some
Her
point.
teeth are so white.
I have some crust white.
They're perfect. I hate.
Yeah, I don't know what else. There's nothing else to say really.
No.
I can't say anything negative about you or Natasha Leggero. I don't think not.
Isn't she a doll?
Yeah, she's a doll.
The nicest.
The best.
And so like her act makes her like when I used to just be a fan of hers, I used to think, oh my God, she's gonna be like, what are you doing, doll? What are you wearing, doll? But she is the opposite of that character, even though she is that character. It's like she's just the best.
Yeah.
Who else is like someone that you just can't say anything?
Let me try to find a guy that's like that. I know one guy. The guy that saw the other day.
Who? Nicest guy.
Yeah, I can't think of anything wrong with him, really.
Well, we can talk off air.
No, I could say one thing.
I mean, well, Bobby, that's my what you just said is my fear of what people say about me.
Never.
Not just never. I'll tell you why I know you're a beast, right? You make me laugh, but not only that, you follow heavyweights.
I do.
At the Comedy Store, you're always late or sometimes you pop in. You don't care what the lineup is.
No, I want to follow heavyweights because the crowd is like, we're all just like, what the fuck happened?
Nikki, you're a fucking heavyweight, man. What are you talking about?
God,
anyway, let's move on.
No, I don't love following you though, Bobby.
Anyway, let's move on.
No one does.
I love you so much. Give
love
Nikki
you.
Glazer a round of applause, everybody.
Thank you guys.
That was so fun.
So fun.
ay makabuluhan.